It's your girl Candy, and you're watching Sweet Addictions TV. Yes, honey. So what's the business? How have y'all been? You been good? You been good, chill? Well, listen, honey, we're going to get right into this Love and Hip Hop review. First off, let me shout out, what was his name? It was Black. Damn, I just reposted a sweetie on Instagram. Because he had my whole opener down. He did a video with the whole opener. So shout out to you, boo. But alright, honey, let's get into this real quick. Okay. So, it opened up with Carly at the jewelry store. Because she wanted to get the ring appraised from Life. But I told y'all on the last one, you could see that shit was fake as hell. Like, I knew that. And I didn't even have to look at it close. I didn't even have to pull out my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fake. But she called Dom up there to come with her. And so when the guy looked at it, he was like, oh yeah, it's fake. Not only is it fake, but it's fucking plastic. Damn, you couldn't even get Cupid zirconia? Like, is it zirconia? Zirconia, what the fuck it is? You couldn't even get that? Like, damn. Nigga said, nope. This shit costs about $10. That's embarrassing. So anyway, so then it went to Mimi and Stevie. They met up in the park. What? Me, these motherfuckers ain't never at home. Like, why the fuck everybody be meeting in parks and shit? Like, but anyway, so Mimi and Stevie meet in the park. Her little shoes was cute. Your shoes was cute. But they meet in the park so she can basically tell him, like, you know, it's about time for you to start putting up for child support. So, of course, his whole demeanor changed. Now, all of a sudden, we ain't cool no more. I guess we business partners. And she was like, no, not business partner. You're still daddy. I'm still mommy. She's still nugget, you know. And he was like, nah, you know, do what you got to do. But you know, we business partners now. But here's what I don't get. Because, wait, but before Mimi was like, yeah, you know, and I'm talking about child support, like, on paper. Not, yeah, ma, you know, I got you child support. Nah, real shit. And so that's why he was just upset, honey. So, he gets all upset, and in his confessional, he was like, I don't think, you know, things will ever be the same. And I'm like, fellas, answer me this question and be true, real shit. We don't know you for real, so, you know, speak your truth. I really want to know, why do men get upset if you're paying child support? The only way I could see somebody getting upset about child support is if you're there, you're doing everything for this child, you got the child, and the mama's just being spiteful. You know, it's not because you're not taking care of your child, you're not there, it's just because she's being spiteful. That's the only way I can see you, like, being upset. But if you're not there, you're not doing what it is. Children are fucking expensive. Shit. They are. So, I want to know, why do y'all get so pissed off about being put on child support? Because let me tell you, my aunt, that heifer makes it a requirement. She was still with her man. They was together, living in the same household. She still put his ass on child support. She was like, yeah, well, this is going to be for the baby, so go ahead. And they were still together. Let me know. Just tell me. I really want to know. Tell me why. Tell me why. Okay. So then KK meets up with Tommy. Tommy's ass is at ballet class looking to, bless her heart, honey, just bless her heart. So anyway, so she comes out and KK was like, girl, are you drunk, honey? And she was like, a little bit. You know, she's like, oh God, like, but you need help. You need help because you got shit popping off. But anyway, so she starts telling her, well, let me tell you about what happened in Miami, honey, with the Jordans. So she says, you know, that Jocelyn called her, was like, it's going to be a pool party, you know, dress, be ready to swim, come over sexy, whatever. She's like, so I came over there and they was on some freak shit. But here's my thing. Don't act like, okay, let's say that part was true. Let's say she only told you to come over for a pool party and you didn't know what was popping. Once you got there and you seen that Jocelyn was trying to get a threesome popping, why not get the fuck up and leave? Why didn't take off your little sarong or whatever the fuck she had on and hop in the pool and shake your ass? You know what I'm saying? Don't play the victim now, you know? Like, bitch, you was for it, okay? You did say no, not him. You did say that, but don't act like you was just so creeped out and so, oh my goodness, and you stayed there and shook your ass in the pool. That's all I'm saying. So then she told her that, supposedly, she said Jocelyn called the police on her because Stevie had come to her room and was trying to hit on her and was like, yeah, you know, offered himself up to her, like, musician wise, like to make us some beats or whatever. And she was like, well, you know, you will see, whatever. But she said he was coming on to her, so she told him to leave. Next thing you know, she said she talked to Jocelyn, was like, yeah, you know, Stevie just left him down here. And so of course, you know, Stock's like, fuck you down there for, you know, chop up, whatever. She was like, no, blah, blah, blah. Then she said next thing she know, the police was at her door talking about, we got a call from an Atlanta number saying that there was a fugitive in here. First off, the only reason I don't believe that is because they ain't gonna tell you who they got a call from. They're not gonna do that. They're gonna say they got a call, but they're not gonna tell you, yep, it was from Atlanta, bitch. Not the 770, but the 404. Matter of fact, 678. That's who it was. No, they're not gonna do that. Get the fuck out of here. So anyway, then KK tells her, look, bitch, you drunk. You driving me crazy, bitch. I gotta worry about my son doing 20 years in jail, honey. And you over here toe up and you not making it no better. Get some help, bitch. Get some help. Meanwhile, she's pushing a doggy in a stroller. Okay, so I'm not sure, you know, if she needs help too. I understand there's some pet doggy parents out there, and you know your dog really be your child. But honey, I'm not going to buy no fucking stroller for no doggy. They got 4 legs. 4. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. What happened next? Oh, okay. So Scrappy meets with Tammy, and he's talking to her, you know, about the fashion show, and he was like, yeah, I came in, everybody was crying, I didn't know what was going on. He was like, well, me and Walker are separating, which, you know, they're back together now, of course. They did a I think it was Snapchat, but it was on Instagram, so I don't know which one. But she was like, yeah, you know, we're separating, I'm moving out of the house, and, you know, blah blah blah. So he was like, y'all, we're weak, you know, all this whole spiel men like to do, whatever. Y'all strong, we weak. That's that whole, you know, don't cheat on a man, he can't take it. Let us do the cheating, y'all strong type shit. So then they started talking about Bambi. And she told him, listen, you know, if really loving somebody is wanting to see them happy, whether you're with them or whether it's somebody else. And if you feel like you can be the person to bring them that happiness, then do it. If not, move the fuck out of the way so she can be happy. Which I was like, yes, damn, you better tell him, honey. So he was like, no, I got an idea. She was like, what's your idea? He said, I'm gonna get, that nigga said, a fucking, what do you mean, a chain that connects, a connecting necklace, like that BFF shit. Remember when it was like BFF, you had the other part of the heart or some shit? Like, nigga, she was like, what, nigga, to go with the promise ring? If you don't step the fuck up, honey, last name, nigga, last name. And that nigga was like, last name? That's another question. Fellas, why are y'all so scared if you claim you with a chick that you really love it, like him, like, he know. I mean, of course we know he popped the question now. Let's see if they make it down the aisle, because you know they stay breaking up to making up, honey. Why are men so afraid of the altar, honey? Why do y'all not want to see your woman walk down the aisle in that beautiful white dress and be all teary-eyed and stuff? You know what I'm saying? Tell me why. Why you get a good girl and then do a bad, now the bitch is bad, and now she bad to everybody else, and the cycle continues? Tell me. Let me know. I really want to know. Okay. So then it goes to Jocelyn. Jocelyn is at her video shoot chat with that one painting on the wall, and that's the whole video. In a ball gown. So I was like, oh, okay. And some bell red stripper heels, honey. But her and the producer, I forgot the guy's name. Excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm so tired from the blackout weekend. The bitch is just tired, honey. But anyway, so she was like, Stevie may feel some type of way because this guy is executive producing her whole album. I don't know when this shit coming out, child. Cardi B did one season of Love and Hip Hop, and this bitch is out touring. Okay? I'm like, oh my God. You know what? What is it? You know I got a child. Well, I don't do nothing for free. You know I got a child. She out touring and shit. And Jocelyn, it's been what? How long Love and Hip Hop been on? 5-6 seasons? Share, bless them. But anyway, so she invites Sierra to come over because she wants to spill the tea about Tommy in LA. So she was like, yeah, she came over, and I want you to tell, well, no, she didn't say tell Scrap, but that's what she was hoping she would go do. And so Tommy was like, I mean, not Tommy, Sierra was like, why the fuck you, I don't care, why are you telling me this shit? But she was like, yeah, no, we didn't have a threesome, but she came over there, you know, ready for me, blah, 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 whatever. Basically, letting her know what happened so she can spread it to everybody who wants to fucking hear it. And then told her that, you know, Tommy is going around telling everybody that she called the cops on her. So she was like, she's going to call her so they can talk. And so she was like, what do you mean? I was going to let you fuck my husband. That's what you said you wanted to do. We was going to fuck your ass together. Why would I call the police on you? So she was like, I'm going to invite her over and we're going to talk. And if she gets out of pocket, then her ass is going down, right? So Then it goes to, so KK asked Tierra, well, child, hell froze the fuck over, okay? Because KK did ask Tierra over to talk, and she's all emotional and crying, and she was like, I just don't want that hatred on my heart. I want to let it go. And, you know, I don't want my grandson growing up thinking his grandmother hates his mother. I want to be in his life. I've never been at a birthday party. His birthday's coming up. I want to be there. And she's just crying. They even holding hands. I was like, oh my God, they holding hands. It was so sincere. Tierra was like, yeah, you know, even though I hate to admit it, he does wake up asking for you and his daddy, and you know, I want the same thing or whatever. And you know, I know you would love to throw the party, so I'm all for it, for you throwing his party. Little scrap. I don't know the little boy's name. But then she was like, so does that mean I can call you mom now? And she was like, no. no, don't want you doing that. Let's not take it too far. One step at a time. But you can tell Tierra wanted a certain relationship with KK, but KK just wasn't fucking having it. But I thought it was good, especially since her ass got locked up shortly after. So I was like, oh, that's good that they at least, you know, made amends. I don't know if it's still popping, but hopefully. What's next? Oh, child. So Dom is launching a pink hairline. A pink hairline, child. So she's at a photo shoot, and all her models have on the pink hair, honey. And she invites Carly to come because she has these girls there that she wants to spill the tea to Carly about life. Okay, so two girls walk up. Dom introduces them, and then one, I guess, is a stripper. The tall light skin one was a stripper, and she was like, "You remember when you came in the club with Life, and you wanted me to come over there and dance for y'all, and I never came? That's because he had my homegirl pregnant." And then she looked over over little mama standing next to her. So Carly was like, "Oh, right." So Dom was like, "Well, we gonna let y'all talk. We gonna go over here." So the girl was like, "Well, you've met me before." She was like, "Where?" She's like, "Well, when you came to the house and y'all was recording the song." She's like, "Oh, we first started talking." She said, "Yeah, well, I was dating him then, and I feel like you knew that." She said, Life told me you was his damn assistant, honey. So, no, I did not know that." And then she was like, "Well, yeah, I was pregnant with his baby. I was pregnant back in April. I've already had the baby." And so Carly was like, "Well, I'm not about to believe that. I'm not about to let you sit here and tell me that you had a baby by Life and I'm just supposed to believe you." And she was like, "Well, bitch, I don't care what you believe, but here's the paternity test," right? Carly's like, "Oh, you don't care what I believe, but you just come, you know, conveniently with a motherfucking paternity test in your back pocket, bitch." Oh, okay. So she reads it, and of course the baby is Life's. She drops the paper, they start yelling, and Carly actually pushed somebody first. I mean, it was weak as fuck, but, you know, she usually don't put her hands on nobody first. She be, you know, the one that get attacked first. So she pushed the baby. I was like, oh, look at her pushing. She pushed the whole, you know, and they had a little argument. She left, calling her thirsty and shit, and walking on down the steps and on out the door, honey. So, where does it go to? Yeah. Oh, okay. So Stevie goes to check out KK's new rap artist, right? So they get there, they're talking, and KK tells him what Tommy said about LA, that Jocelyn called the police on her, and that he came on to her even when she said she wasn't dressed, and he still tried to stay and fuck with her. And he was like, "What? No, what the fuck is going on? She crazy, delusional, that never happened." He gave his side of the story or whatever. He's like, "I would never cross that line, you know, Scrap is my nephew, I would never do that." So, told him, oh, so then he told her about Mimi putting him on child support. And she was like, "Oh, that's crazy." I don't see how, I mean, I guess they saying it's crazy because, you know, he broke. Maybe that's why they saying it's crazy. I don't know. But he broke, like, you know, dead ass dog broke. I mean, he is making money from the show. Now, most of that money probably is going to child support, but keep your dick in your pants. Quit fucking all these bitches raw. I mean, damn, there's just kids everywhere. Every fucking where. I'm just saying. So she was like, "Yeah, well, y'all have to make up. You can't just have a business relationship, because if I can make up with Tierra, you can make up with her." And, you know, then they hugged it out, child, whatever. Okay, so Mimi meets up with Chris. Mimi was like, making Chris look like a fucking stalker. Talking about some, Chris has called me 100 times in the last week. I'm like, damn, yeah. And so she was like, I'm going over there to let her know I'm with somebody else. I'm going to make it very clear that I'm with somebody else, right? So Mimi goes over there and they sit down and Chris was like, you know, my father passed and I know we weren't together, but I figured you was a part of my life. I thought you would be there for me, which is kind of fucked up if she didn't even like damn, you know. Especially since, because Chris was like, I mean, shit, you still was fucking me. What do you mean? I thought we was just on a break or I was just giving you your space. But now, Chris, you broke up with her, bruh. You broke up with her. I'm just saying, you did. You broke up with her. But, Mimi was like, you know, what was I supposed to think? To me, you broke up with me. She was like, oh, man, how you still coming over here fucking me? And then you wonder why I still got feelings and want us to be together. And then she was like, oh, it just feels like it was fake. It wasn't real on your end. I thought it was something it really wasn't. So that's when Mimi got mad. You know, when Mimi get mad, her nostrils flare and she get that real husky voice, you know. And she had motherfucker that real husky voice at it. That motherfucker said, let me finish. That motherfucker scare you for that voice at it. Them nostrils be gone. That's when you know Mimi mean business, honey. So Chris was like, you a disrespectful motherfucker because, no, when she started raising her voice, Chris was like, okay, thank you for coming, you know, basically like, bitch, get the fuck out, you know. And so she was like, I'm out, and here's your stuff in this little bitty ass bag. Here's a little gift bag, bitch. And he threw it, and Chris was like, get your disrespectful ass out. She was like, I will. You did Mimi call her disrespectful? Disrespectful ass motherfucker or something, child. Whatever. All I know is I will be so glad for next season when Mimi's new titties drop, bitch. Because them titties are hard as a rock. And they just make me uncomfortable. They make me uncomfortable. They do. They make me uncomfortable. They real hard. They up here. It's almost like, bitch, you got them done and you wasn't supposed to take your bandage bra off yet or something. And you took them off to do confessionals or something. They look like hard, oval boulder rocks. And it's like they come together but they don't, you know. So they not really separate, but they close, but they separate. It's weird shit. And they shiny. I just want to like do this, like drag them down. Let me put them where they're supposed to be. Drag this shit and take them from being a motherfucking oval. Let me just compact it, make it a circle, bitch. Make it a circle because it's an oval and it's a long oval stone that they put in that baby's chest. Now, I don't know who the fuck she keeps going. That's pissing me off. Because the last titty job was by Dr. Curves. Go to Dr. Curves for asses. You don't go to Dr. Curves for oval titties. He fucked the titties up the first time. Why would you go back for the titties? I need to go on her Instagram. Did she like promote the doctor who did these new titties? Did she go back to Dr. Curves for these new titties? Because Mimi's titties is always fucked in the game. Girls, just stop. Just take them out. Just take them out and be like, thank you, Lord, for what I got. Because, bitch, I don't like your titties. I don't like your titties. Anyway, so Carly Red goes to Life's video shoot to confront him about the fake ass ring and about the baby. Lo and behold, she comes up, and at the video shoot, his leading lady is the German chick who was all on social media and the blogs who was saying that they were married. And so she was like, bruh, a fake ass ring? And he was like, well, you know I can't afford no shit like that. Hey, realest shit said on the show thus far, okay? Realest shit said on the show thus goddamn far, honey. He's like, shit, you know I can't afford no shit like that. But he was like, oh, you mad? She was like, this is a fake. You don't want to work it out with me because you fake it. You with this fake ass ring. And he was like, oh, so everything was fake because the ring was fake. And I mean, they just go back and forth. Then she was like, then you got this baby. And Life said, you know, he already knew that the baby mama had talked to her and they had their shit. And she basically was like, well, go ahead, fuck with your German bitch. She just needs you for a green card. She needs you more than I need you, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, bitch, they need to deport your ass. And then, you know, that was the end of that. So, let me see. Who's she going to be with next season? Who's all the little D-list celebrity? Who else is here? Old boy from Next is here. The lead singer. Next. What's his name? I forgot his name. But he lit here. Maybe he'll be the next one for Carly. That bitch is going through the D list. You understand? But what else happened, child? So okay. So Jocelyn and Tommy meet up, and Tommy have all black, and Jocelyn was like, "But you going to a funeral?" But she was like, "Maybe." So what's up? They talk. She's like, "Listen, why do you think I called the police on you?" And she was like, "Because you're the only one who had the number." Now notice, she said she's the only one who had the fucking room number. She didn't say because they said somebody from Atlanta called. See, lying ass. Just lying. But she was like, because you're the only one who had the number. And Josh was like, no, the front desk got your number. So, whatever. She was like, well, bitch, I didn't call the police on you, but now I will. See you in jail, bitch. And Tommy get up and throw something at her. And Jocelyn didn't move. And so Josh was like, take her out, get her out. And they like, fuck you, bitch. You don't run shit, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I do, bitch. Take her out. Bye. And here's the thing. And so Jocelyn brings in back the strippers to dance for her. Now, let me ask y'all this. And I want to know. Now, do you think, is Jocelyn just to the point to where she is just truly unbothered and she's really not about to raise a hand unless a hand is laid on her? Or do you think she met her match with Tommy? You think she a little shook? Or you think she just like, bitch, fuck you. I'm unbothered, bitch. I'm not coming off of my chariot, honey, to fuck with the peasants. Which one is it? What you think? What you think? Let me know. Because I know old Jocelyn would have jumped across that fucking table. But she's been trying to be all brand new and stuff, you know. She was brand, she didn't fuck with that. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know what y'all think. But anyway, they have on the next show, Tiara, it's the baby's birthday. She walks in with all her kids and Jay Nix. And, you know, KK's like, who the fuck is that? You know, like, you done brought a whole nother nigga. So, and then it goes to, Jocelyn basically hints about the baby. And I got another picture of her. She's pregnant. That bitch is pregnant for real. She pregnant. She is. Everybody saw the first picture she did and thought she was just sticking her stomach out. But nope. Nope. She pregnant. I got a whole nother picture, Chad. She is pregnant. Bless. Okay. Then it has Kay is asking Arian to, like, accept Jocelyn. So I guess she's having a listening party for a song, I suppose. And so she invites Jocelyn and everybody else is there. And so we're going to see how that turns out, child. Bless them. But you make sure to answer my questions, guys, about the child. Even ladies, if you think you got some insight, even though, you know, even I still want to know what a man's. Or maybe your man has told you, or you had a deadbeat ass nigga that told you why they so mad. Give me some insight. Why do men get mad about getting put on child support? Why are men so afraid to get married? And is Jocelyn just unbothered or is she shook? Let me know. Okay? Alright, babies. As always, thanks for watching. And tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a mother-sucking friend, baby, to subscribe. And follow your girl on Twitter. Yes, honey. And make sure to follow me on Instagram and Facebook, Snapchat, Periscope, all that good stuff. Everything is Sweet Addictions TV except for Snapchat. That's Candy SATV. Okay? Alright, babies. I'm out. Peace.